What's up, guys? My name is JuicyJuice54, also known as Ryan, and today I'm bringing you a Black Ops gameplay slash commentary. It is domination on the map firing range, and I will be using the MP5K with extended mags, along with lightweight sleight of hand pro and marathon. So now that my class is out of the way and you guys know what game I'm playing and everything, excuse me. Today I will be talking about Modern Warfare 3. Although I am playing on Black Ops, and by the way, this is a 6v6 domination game, and it is a very, very long game. It is probably one of the longer domination games that I've played in my Call of Duty career, and as you might notice, I'm running incredibly fast right now. That is because, as it is over an 11-minute game, Call of Duty Black Ops Theater Mode condenses video files by increasing the playback speed at certain points throughout the game, and I believe they generally increase the playback speed during times that you aren't getting kills. So generally whenever I'm shooting, it will be at regular speed, but when I'm running around the map, as I am doing right now, it might appear to be a little faster. So I don't have a speed hack or anything like that. It is merely Call of Duty Black Ops condensing the file size so that the entire gameplay is there. I know they did this, they didn't do this immediately. Sometimes games got cut off, sometimes it still happens, but other times it condenses. I don't know exactly why it does that all the time, or some of the time and not all the time. But in the beginning of this, I do want to tear. As you can see, I'm about to get an attack helicopter. And these kids were not great, but objective-wise, my team wasn't a whole lot better. I put up a pretty solid score at the end of this game, although I do start going for the objective a lot harder towards the end, so I do pick up quite a few deaths that if I were mainly going for kills the entire game, I wouldn't have picked up, because obviously I wouldn't have been near the flags or as many high traffic areas where I would be at an increased risk of dying. But anyways, 2 minutes have already gone by, and what I really want to get down to business and talk about is Modern Warfare 3, and more specifically what your guys' opinions on it are, and even more specific than that, whether or not you think it was a letdown. And first, I just want to say what my expectations for the game were. Now, a lot of you know that I played a great deal of Modern Warfare 2 towards the end of the summer and the middle of the summer, because that was primarily what I posted on my channel. It was primarily Modern Warfare 2 Free-For-All. And in the Free-For-All playlist, I was never really exposed to any of the real quote-unquote problems with Modern Warfare 2, be that a whole lot of commando. There was some, but not a lot, because Ninja was vastly superior due to its ability to silence your footsteps and eliminate sound pouring. And noob tubing was rarely an issue in Free-For-All, just due to the fact that people were rarely grouped together, so there weren't the chances for those double kills. You had to constantly use your one-man army to change your classes, which in Free-For-All would often get you killed. So just remember, my opinion of Modern Warfare 2 was much higher than the average players. I loved that game. I thought it was really fast-paced. The Free-For-All was fun. The kill streaks were fun to use. I liked a lot of the guns in the game. I had some guns in that game that I just went ham sauce with. Like, if there were stat tracking for specific guns, there would probably be quite a few guns that I had higher than a 2.0 KD with easily. And among those would be obviously a lot of the good guns, like the really good guns in that game. But some of them would be less obvious. I didn't really post any gameplays with it, but I did actually really like the F2000. It was considered bad, but anyways, getting kind of off topic. Just main point, I really liked Modern Warfare 2. What I expected from Modern Warfare 3 being that I liked Modern Warfare 2. Wow, that part is just really fast on screen. Oh my god, I am a lightning fast ninja. But anyways, oh my gosh, I'm getting so off topic. I expected, because obviously I knew early on there wasn't going to be stopping power, so I wasn't sure exactly how bullet damage was going to work in relation to all the guns. But I still really did expect that fast-paced play, which I think they did manage to include. But it's kind of like a false fast-paced play. Like, in Modern Warfare 2, the spawns weren't the best, but that was in an effort to create the fast-paced game that they wanted to create. So in Modern Warfare 3, they tried doing that again, but they made the spawns too bad. So, I don't know. Modern Warfare 3, I guess it is technically still fast-paced, rather, because a lot of the big maps play like small maps, so the maps aren't really as small. I don't know, the map design in general doesn't really lend itself to entertaining play styles because there's so much going on in all these maps. There's so many buildings and everything, so I don't know, my expectations for Modern Warfare 3 were sky high. They're absolutely ridiculous. Like, even if Infinity Ward had 2 more years to make a game, it still probably wouldn't have been anywhere near what I was expecting. And I knew, the worst part is I knew my expectations were unreasonable. I knew they weren't going to be able to make the game that I wanted. But I was just thinking in my head, you know, it wasn't even expectations really. It was just hope. Like hope, maybe being an optimist, even though I'm not really an optimist the majority of the time. I was just thinking, you know what, maybe they'll be able to pull it off. Maybe they'll be able to make this phenomenal, super awesome game. But so far, that's pretty much the best I can say. I don't know, it's not the worst Call of Duty ever. Because obviously that probably had to be COD 3 because we ever played that apparently. But I don't know, there's a lot of things that I feel like they could have done better, and maybe that's just because they didn't have the programming skill. I've heard a lot of people out there saying that people at Ravensoft and Sledgehammer Games, they're not very good programmers. I don't know if that's true at all. I don't know anything about those 2 game development companies. Honestly, I've never even heard of either of them. And, I mean, I don't know. I didn't really look to see what other games they developed. I might just be not recognizing the names. But, in all honesty, Modern Warfare 3 did not meet my expectations. Be they unreasonable or not, they were still my expectations, and they were still not met. So, to me, Modern Warfare 3 is a disappointment. And, a lot of things that I compared it to Black Ops, as well as Modern Warfare 2, because Black Ops is obviously newer, so you would logically think there'd be a lot of things from Black Ops that would be included in the game, even if they weren't from an Infinity Ward developed game. So what I was thinking was that there would be a kind of similar perk balance. You know, obviously there would be the quote-unquote sleight of hand pro effect from Modern Warfare 2 for sniper rifles to allow for quickscoping. Instead, that was changed for quick draw, but I don't think that Modern Warfare 3 captures the same quickscoping like fan base as it did for Modern Warfare 2, and maybe that's because it's still a new game and not everybody that quickscoped in Modern Warfare 2 is ready to give up their fully automatic guns to go back to trying to snipe, because the game doesn't lend itself to sniping. The maps play so small that even the big maps with the long-range sniping opportunities that a lot of Black Ops snipers would just cream their pants over aren't even available because of how close players spawn to each other. On Domination, you've got A flag, the other team has C flag, and it doesn't matter who has B. Say the other team has B, they're spawning at B. So you're spawning at A, they're instantly in your face. There's no chance for you to line up a shot. You just have to quickscope and pray to fucking God that it hits, because there's just no time to do anything else because of how hectic the spawns are. And there was a supposed patch to fix that, but I don't think it really worked. The spawns are still pretty bad on certain maps. I think Lefty643 said it right. They went map by map to fix the spawns. Certain maps, alright, okay, they're definitely better. Other maps, holy shit, those are still awful. But I don't know, just maybe leave in the comments section, or maybe even send me a message if it's going to be long, although I'd still be fine reading in the comments, on whether or not you think Modern Warfare 3 is a disappointment, or even if it was a disappointment, if you still find yourself enjoying it, and if you are enjoying it, please tell me what it is about the game you enjoyed, or maybe you like Black Ops better. Tell me what it was about Black Ops you liked better. Anyways, that's all my time. I hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a rating if you did enjoy. Peace, guys.